Hey guys, GasGuzler here, and behind me is a Cub Cadet 1430 that has been sitting long enough that the fuel turned red. So for context, my good friend Anthony, he goes by Clapped Out Productions on YouTube, traded a snowblower for a pair of Cub Cadet 1430s. The other one, he threw a battery in and some fresh gas and it fired right up. This one was sitting for a little bit longer. He already tried getting this thing running on his channel and gave up, and he said it's my problem now. So now I'm going to try to fix it, and hopefully we can get this thing running and driving again. So here she is. It is a Cub Cadet 1430, like I said. So basically, the guy said this was the original one that his father had bought, I think. And he liked it so much that he bought the other one that he has, and that was the one that was running more recently. This one was parked, I believe, not long after it was new, because judging by how clean everything is, it looks like it was a somewhat low-hour machine. So it has a Kohler Magnum 14-horse opposed twin, and my buddy has already completely dismantled this thing, so I get to do the fun part and put it back together. So he ripped the starter out of it and the gas tank and some other stuff. He swapped the seat off of his because this one was far nicer, which is why I believe it was low hours. But yeah, the starter was bad. We could not get it to turn over, so I finally got a new one for it. I guess honestly we should just start tearing into it and well, see what he did and what's missing and whatnot, because I have no idea. Okay, no air filter, that's fine. Pop this off. Alright, so this thing was packed full of mice, and it was also covered in moss. He cleaned it and then vacuumed out as much as he could, but we're definitely going to have to go in here. Oh yeah, definitely. And pressure wash this thing, so I think these just pop right off. Don't think that they're bolted to the bottom. No, they're not. Okay. Get all of our shrouding off. So yeah, she does spin over. We did need to address the whole starter wire situation. Yeah, I guess let's install that new starter. Hopefully it's the right one. All right, so I got the new starter here. It's made in China, so that's how you know it's really good. I guess we should go ahead and test it and see if it even works. So look at that. Works awesome. Well, I guess we need to figure out that whole starter wire situation. I gotta get another connector for it. Alright, so I got the starter wire back on, and I got my booster pack on this. I guess I just want to see if we can even get this thing to crank over. No head. Oh yeah, the headlights are unplugged. Look at that. She cranks. Awesome. I guess let's check for spark. All right, so I got a dummy plug on here. I'm gonna go ahead and spin it over and see if we got spark. Take that as a no. I don't know if we just have a bad ground or... I probably should verify... Oh. You know why we don't have spark? Because I never plugged this in. So future me here, I have no idea what that plug actually does. It plugs into some box that's mounted to the upper shroud. Plugging it in did fix the no spark issue, but when I got this thing running, I took the shroud back off and it ran perfectly fine without that module. So I thought maybe it was for charging or something, but it also ran with no shroud and with no battery. So I have no idea what that is. I gotta throw that upper shroud back on, and then we can check spark. All right, I got the shroud somewhat bolted up. I guess let's try this thing again. We do in fact have spark. Look at that. So I guess let me throw these plug wires back in, and we can shoot her with some ether and see if she pops off. No way. Dude, he couldn't get this thing fired up. There's no way. I say let's give her a little more. That thing sounds really good. Alright, so I just went ahead and rechecked for spark. We do still have it, so what I'm going to do is choke off, go full throttle so we can get all this starting fluid straight into the intake. That thing is so quiet. That's stupid. When he got his running, even before we chopped the mufflers off, it was pretty loud. So I don't know. This is kind of adding to the whole low hours thing. But hey, she runs. I guess we need to plumb up a fuel system. I guarantee that carb needs to be cleaned because this thing was sitting for a very long time. So I still hate Kohlers, but this is the only exception. These motors are phenomenal. And what's actually nice about these, rather than the Briggs opposed twins, is the cylinders actually unbolt from the block, whereas the Briggs are all one piece. So if you score a cylinder or something, you're out a whole motor. Still way more expensive to fix, but in this case, it is a bit more convenient. I'm gonna go ahead and try to pull off our float bowl on the carb, just see, you know, what we might be dealing with. I don't know how much crud is gonna be in there. Oh, we actually have fuel. Oh, no, that is straight carb clean. Actually very, very, very clean bowl. There's a little bit of gunk in there, but yeah, I honestly think it's fine. I say we plumb up a fuel system and alrighty, so I got a bit of soft line just running to a gas can hooked up to the carb, and we're gonna see if she pulls up some fuel. I threw a fresh filter I had laying around on. Yeah, we'll hit her with a little bit of the good stuff first. And throttle down, choke open, and let's hope for the best. Well, it turns out it wasn't even in the fuel, so that was probably our problem. So let's try it again. And I'm killing the booster pack. Still not really seeing anything. It probably needs to run. Alright, attempt number however many it's been. Let's give her a little shot of the ether again, because I don't know what her deal is. I just don't get it. It's burning off all the crap that was on it. It smells so bad. Yeah, she don't like idling, but hey, that's a really good start. This thing sounds healthy too. This side sounds like it might be misfiring a little bit, but heck yeah. Let's see if she fires back up. No, you don't want to start now? What's going on? It's like we lose spark. That's so weird. Well, she runs. Definitely needs the carb cleaned or something, but not bad. Oh, I should have seen if it drove. Oh well. Alrighty, so I did a bit of messing around. I found out that we had a plug in our fuel system, but as you can see, she is full now. So I threw in a battery that I got for free at the dump. No idea if it's good or not, but it held the charge kinda. So let's see if she fires right up. Oh, you know what I just realized? It fired up without disconnected. I thought that controlled. I actually don't really know what that's for. There she goes. Here, I'm like gassing myself right now. Ugh. Little misfire on this side, but she's running pretty good actually. Alrighty, so it's the next day. I did some tuning on the carburetor, and I got this thing to finally idle on its own. Pretty much the idle screw was all the way out, so it was completely choking itself. So I just went ahead and bought some new plugs for it, because these were pretty fouled out. I took one of them out just to check. This side definitely had a misfire pretty bad, so I'll go ahead and toss those in, and yeah, that's a little bit better. We can see if she fires up. This thing did actually fire up on its own this morning with no starting fluid, so I think it was just that idle screw. I did mess with the mixture a little bit. I think I have it where it's somewhat happy. So I went ahead and pulled the plug on this side, and it looks like it was running pretty damn good compared to the other side. So what I think might have been happening is these engines are not parallel. This cylinder sits lower than that one. If it were to flood a cylinder, this one would be the first one to go because the intake kind of angles down for this side and up for the other side. So I have a good feeling that's what was happening. So these new plugs should help. Either that or the coil. The way these opposed twins work is, despite being a twin cylinder, they run a single coil. So when this cylinder fires, it's going to send spark to the other side too, even if it's not on a compression stroke. So you're pretty much doubling the load on this single coil, and they tend to go bad really quickly, which is why I actually ordered a brand new one when I bought the starter, because I thought we might need it, but we had spark, so that's why I'm leaning towards that plug being fouled out. I'll go ahead and throw this other new plug in, and we'll see how she runs. She's running a little bit better. Mess with our mixture a little bit more. She seems pretty happy right there. Not too shabby. Ooh, we should see if it drives now. Forgot about that. Oh boy. Yeah. That hydro sounds pretty nasty too. Let's shut her down. When Anthony and I went to pick these up, they pretty much said this one they thought had a bad hydro, which is why they bought the second one. Well, they would be right. Actually, there is a reservoir. There's a chance it's out of fluid, so that looks terrible. She's a little bit low, though, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of fluid in there and see if that makes a difference. Well, I put some fluid in it, and I tried to put it in gear while it was running and try to push it by hand to see if maybe something was possibly stuck and I could get it freed up by trying to have it do a cycle. But well, after doing that for about an hour, I'm pretty sure I actually locked up the hydro, because this is with the dump valve engaged. So the dump valve worked before, so that's not the problem here. I looked up multiple model numbers and cross-referenced a ton of things, and turns out you can't buy a hydro pump for one of these, or actually any parts for this transmission. Nobody makes them, and they're discontinued by Cub Cadet. So now that brings up the question, what do we do about this mower? Now, you guys know I'm not really a fan of hydros because I like pulley swapping stuff, and You do that to a hydro, you will blow it up. I did the right thing and hopped on Facebook Marketplace, and I think I have an idea. So yesterday I saw this Cub Cadet 1225 show up on Marketplace, and we met in the middle at 75 bucks. So I ran over and picked it up last night for the sole reason of that right there. This has a 5-speed transmission, but shares the exact same frame, everything besides the motor, as that 1430. So my thought process was, we can take the transmission and the shifter and everything out of this and toss it in that and build a possibly one-of-one 5-speed 1430 Cub Cadet. Now, I do plan on doing kind of a budget DIY restoration on this thing, and this video was kind of an experiment because my last mower video did terrible. If you guys would actually be interested in seeing me restore and 5-speed swap this thing, let me know in the comments, because I'm gonna do it either way. Just depends on if I'm going to be doing it on camera or not. But unfortunately, we are out of time because it is currently Sunday and I have to go back to school tomorrow. So I think that's going to be it for now. But if you guys enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And if you really would be interested in this, let me know, please. If you are, stay tuned, because this is going to be fun. I've never done this before. I did it to my Craftsman, but never a Cub Cadet. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. We got her running and actually really good. But hopefully we can get her driving in the future. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.